Welcome back to the Mouse Diva channel. I got Mr. Mouse Diva here.
Why are we doing books on the Mouse Diva?
Because I alternate a Disney video and then a book video and a Disney video and a book video. Because I'm the Mouse Diva, so I put up what things I like, and that's Disney and books.
Okay.
Moving pictures. Hello there, moving picture.
What's up, Doc?
I've been all around the world. Every city, every place. Always been a restless girl.
Alright, so welcome to my March TBR.
Our March TBR.
It's mine. He's not reading. I'm lucky to get him to read 2 books a year.
Then why am I here?
Because I'm gonna use you.
Exactly. So it's now ours. Oh, you had onions today.
You had beer.
I smell better.
Okay, so do I really smell like onion breath?
Yeah, you do.
Glad we're home. Okay, so well, now you made me lose my train of thought. All I can think about is onions.
Something about books.
Oh yes, my March TBR. And it is middle grade March, as you can see from the title. So, not all the books I'm going to read this month will be middle grade, but at least half I would like to be middle grade. So I thought, hey, what if Mr. Mouse Diva here comes up with 5 prompts for me to pick my middle grade books, not the other ones because I've already picked those. My middle grade book. So he's came up with 5 prompts. He's gonna tell what that prompt is.
Tell you.
And then
Her.
I'm gonna cut to the clip of me telling you what book I got for that prompt. Alright, prompt number 1. Oh, and by the way, he was like, what's a reading prompt? So I had to give him an example. I just gave him a very generic because I didn't want to put like any ideas like in his head. So I just said, read a book that has an animal on its cover. Could be one. And what was the other example I used? Oh, read a book that was written before you were born. So I just used those 2 so that he could just come up with something from there. All right, prompt number 1.
Those are pretty general, so I don't know. I thought maybe I'd go a little more specific than that kind of stuff. So let's see what I came up with. Number 1.
Okay, and me hearing it is for the first time just like you.
Oops. My phone just turned off. Come back here. Something about Pluto and or moons.
What has Pluto got to do with the moon?
Yeah.
How did you find like a connection between Pluto and the moon?
Well, it's like, dwarf planet now, so it's kind of like a moon.
But you meant Pluto the dog, the Disney dog.
Well, I guess this is on the Mouse Diva, isn't it?
Well, the only thing I can think of is that there was a DVC shirt that had Pluto howling at the DVC Moonlight Magic with him howling at the moon, but how would that come with the prompt? Oh, you mean Pluto out in space. Okay. Gotcha.
Yes. Yeah, it's me.
Pluto and the moon. Okay, next.
Something about guinea pigs.
This is middle grade, not elementary school.
What? No middle grade people like guinea? What's middle grades?
The
3, 4,
chances
5,
of me
6?
I know I don't own a book now, but the chances of me finding a guinea pig book for middle grade, I mean, what you've done now is I'm gonna have to go to the bookstore and go shopping.
Isn't that what this is about? It's like, it's no fun if you just like go, it's like, oh, here's one on my shelf. There, we're done.
No, you're supposed to like you're supposed to find them on your shelf. Books you own.
I did not get that part of the instructions.
So now I'm gonna have to go book shopping now because I know I don't have a guinea pig book for middle grade. I might have an elementary school one or a toddler one for my granddaughter, but
Well, middle grades was kind of vague, so, you know, what's a middle grade? It's like, you know, not kindergarten, first and second, not
it's
like
like
a senior
8-year-old
in high
to
school.
13.
What 8-year-old doesn't like guinea pigs?
All right, next prompt.
Speaking of which, something with bunnies, not rabbits. It could be rabbits, I'll give you that. Bunnies in the title or on the cover.
Middle grade, not elementary school.
Oh my gosh, y'all aren't going to believe it. So I turned around, I see this. I'm like, oh, hamster. And I mean, guinea pig. And I'm like, no, that's a hamster. And then I just happened to pull this out. And I see a summer tale of 4 sisters, 2 rabbits. And then look, oh my God, they're actually, oh, it's blurry. Actually, they're not blurry rabbits. They're actually like in focus rabbits, but not on camera. They're not in focus.
Okay, actually, I was a little impressed on the 2 books that I found for his prompts.
Here.
All right, how many more do we have? 1 or 2?
2.
We have 2 more, okay.
Okay. We all know Harry Potter's a wizard. We all know that Samantha is a witch. But I don't want to have you reading a book about either one of them. No, I want one about warlocks. Specifically, warlocks.
Okay, now you're getting into a good prompt. Okay. All right, next.
Okay, so there's half a chance you may see me again in a future vlog. Something with more than 12 books in the series.
Middle grade books with 12 books in the series?
Isn't it like the Warriors
Harry
or something?
Potter doesn't even
Or
have that.
That stick dude.
Diary of a Wimpy Kid?
That's the one.
No, there's not 12. And those are standalone books. They're not a series as it takes off from the prior book.
Yeah, well, let's talk about this. I don't really understand the difference. I mean, isn't James Bond a series of movies? It's like there's more than 12 of those. Granted, that's not really a like middle grades type of thing, but doesn't that qualify?
So, I was thinking about him doing another prompt on another month. Now I'm not sure. So, it's another day. Had to take Tom's glasses. Can't find mine right now. Okay, so you know I went to the bookstore. And just to add to the whole collection here. So, prop.
I didn't know I was supposed to pick props that she could pick from her current collection. If I'd known that, I would have been a little more generous with the lack of specificity.
A book about guinea pigs. I'm not reading a book about guinea pigs.
Then why am I even here? Oh, for one.
More than 12 books in a series. Well, I talked about that there. So since he clarified on that, I have a Hardy Boys, The Haunted Fort.
Thumbs up. 1 and 1.
So this one, oh my gosh, this is old school. I actually got this at a children's sale. And this was published in, so originally the book was written in 1965, but this was from a 1985 printing. I do not like the new covers on the Nancy Drew books and the Hardy Boys at all. I like the 80s versions.
It's kind of like the new Mickey Mouse versus the old Mickey Mouse.
So this is number 44. So
That's more than 12.
I don't even need to go into it because the Haunted Fort. And this was going to be a backup book for the Moon.
Oh, okay.
Even though it was supposed to be a book about Pluto the dog or the moon, it was the moon on the cover was going to work. But I don't need it. Okay.
I don't think I would have accepted that one.
Not wizards, not witches, but warlocks. We have Gloom Town. Seriously, my battery's going to die because it took you so long to get over here. And then you were playing with the dog. Oh my gosh,
it took forever. Meanwhile, I sat on the couch for 20 minutes while she ate dinner.
Gloom Town by Ronald Smith. So, it's not about witches and it's not about wizards, but it is about a little bit about dark magic. And what do you have with dark magic? A warlock. So this was in my Once Upon a Book Club 2023. Oh, I think this was December 2023.
I am going to look through that book to find the word warlock in there. And if it's not in there, then we're 1 and 2.
So
nicely done. Oh, and there's even bunnies on the cover. I am
oh
so
my
proud.
gosh.
I
The
am so proud.
Pinderwicks, A Summer Tale of 4 Sisters, 2 Rabbits, and a Very Interesting Boy. Now, actually, this book does sound interesting. I wouldn't have got it if it didn't. The other one was the whole Pluto or moon thing. And this one, I am so good. Y'all see this?
I don't.
Endurance. My Year in Space and How I Got There, Scott Kelly.
Cool.
That's a good one.
I'm
It's
fine
actually
with that.
non-fiction. It is the Young Readers edition. Even down to photos. This is going to be very interesting. I'm not a big space person, but something like this, yeah. So, how does a boy struggling in school who can't sit still or pay attention become an American hero and space pioneer? So, I did pick up both of these books today, $8.99 and $8.99. Alright, so now I'm kicking you out because now I just have to do the rest of my TBR. Your part's done.
I thank you all for your attention and watching our vlog. And please enjoy my wife's MBR as she goes through books that might be read, because apparently to be read is optional.
Bless his heart. He just has no idea about the whole book reading world. He reads like 2 books a year, and that would be good. Like that's a good year if he can read 2 books a year. Yes, I'm talking about you. So let's get back to my TBR for March. The other book that I bought at Barnes & Noble today was Birding to Change the World, a memoir. And I had actually been into Barnes & Noble twice looking for this book because it had just came out. And it's not in the new releases for nonfiction. It's not, they have a table with a whole bunch of bird watching and nature stuff, not in that. And I'm like, what in the world? And then I went to like another like nature-y section and you know, it was alphabetical order, wasn't there. And I'm like, Well, it says that they have this book in stock, so I'm getting ready to just go ask an employee. And I happened to look over and I'm like, oh, well, these 3 shelves here are actually bird stuff. And sure enough, it was put in just like this, which like blows my mind. Most new books, they put out like this so you can kind of see it, grab the attention more. But nope, it was just put in the bookshelf. All you could see was the spine. Got the only one they had. So this Trish O'Kane, her home was destroyed by Hurricane Katrina, I think. Yes. And she had lived in New Orleans, and it just sent her in an emotional tailspin. And so here she had enter a scrappy cast of feathered characters. First, a cardinal, urban parrots and sparrows, then a catbird, owls, and a woodcock that cheered her up and showed her a new path. Inspired by all these birds, O'Kane moved to Madison, Wisconsin to pursue an environmental studies PhD. And this book just talks about, she ended up like teaching kids about birds, like classes, and it just talks about how like their field trips they took, certain birds that they watched, got to like release an owl back into the wild. And this is a warm and compelling weave of science and social engagement. This is the story of a band of bird lovers who saved their park. So yeah, I've got quite a few books now on just birds and their connection to humans, their behaviors. I just find that really interesting right now, and I've got quite a few. I will get this one read this month. Now, going back to middle grade. This was a 2023 Once Upon a Book Club middle grade selection. And I've been putting this off for many months. Battling and burst of flame and sparking fangs and claws. In the darkness, she couldn't make out their exact forms, but she could see that the larger beast was attacking the smaller flying creature. I don't know, that part kind of sounds sad. Let's actually go back, because it's been so long I don't remember what this was about. So she believed in dreams and fairy tales as sweet as spun sugar clouds. She wished on shooting stars, sure that someday she and her grandmother would be able to travel to the capital city to see the queen. And then her grandmother passed away, and those dreams disappeared in a puff. Get that? A dragon, a puff. You get the connection there, the pun. So she is forced to attend to the whims of her wicked stepmother, with long days of cleaning her stepfamily's inn as her skin burns raw, until she meets 2 beings who change her life forever. So, little magical journey here with some dragons, maybe. And this one, I cannot believe I've not read yet. I was so excited when I had found it at Target, literally a day after it was put out. Like, published, released. That's the word I'm looking for. The Haunted Mansion Storm is Shade by Claudia Gray. This isn't a haunted house, only because it has ghosts inside, Audrey realized. The house itself is haunted. The windows, the walls, the doors, all of it. All I have to say, Haunted Mansion. So, has anyone, okay, nothing special about the actual cover. Has anyone read this yet? A lot of you guys I know actually originally started watching this channel because of the Disney content. And you follow me even on my bookish videos. So I really appreciate you guys that actually do that. I love the beginning of the chapters here because it has the actual Haunted Mansion wallpaper. So, I really, really want to get into this. I really wanted to get into it a long time ago. And then, you know what happens. I get other books and then forget about the ones I already have. Okay, so let's go to... Okay, I actually have 3 others here, and I know I'm not going to get to them all. So I'm going to go with this one. I'm just going to put the other 2 back, save it for another month. Look at that, paperback with sprayed edges. So, and the reason I'm going to go with this is because the new one recently came out, the second book. So, The Swifts, A Dictionary of Scoundrels, and again, it's middle grade. It's the winner of the Barnes & Noble Children's and YA Book Award. On the day they were born, every Swift child is brought before the Sacred Family Dictionary. They're given a name and a definition. A definition, it is assumed they will grow up to match. So, it will be things like the Shenanigan Swift, the Risk Taker, the Mischief Maker. So they are getting ready for the big Swift family reunion, plotting the next great scheme and hunting for Grand Uncle Vile's long lost treasure. Oh my gosh, books. What on earth? Hold on, guys. Let me put my readers on for this. What is that? Oh my gosh. Like, are every chapter have some funky, there's a lot of different drawings in here. Alright, so I'm really, really hoping I like this book because it does sound interesting, and I really would like to get the second one and hope that that is just as interesting. Alright, so let's see. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, okay. I have to do one more. I can't leave it at 9. We'll say, oh my God. We're going to say 10 books on the TBR. Now, last month, I think I read 6 or 7. And this is bad. I'm actually going to put this up before I put up the books I read in February, because I need to get this out here for you guys. All right. I can't decide. Okay, you know what? You are going to decide. Which is the 10th book that I need to put on my TBR? I'm not going to say anything about them. Just show you guys which one. So comment below, and the one with the most votes will go in this month's TBR pile. And also, if you liked having Mr. Mouse Diva on this bookish video, make sure you subscribe and hit the bell notification button, because he will be back in the near future with another list of prompts for me in an upcoming month. And hopefully he's learned something from the prompts he gave me this time, and will be something a little bit more realistic, we'll say, right? Until the next page.
Yeah. Ooh. Yeah. I've been all around the world.